It's time for Scanner News, and I'm your host, Brian Hale, brought to you by R&C Welding in Gearing, Nebraska. Well, many of you have been following our news for about a year now here on KCMI Radio and online on Panhandle Scanner for longer than that, and you know that our territory of news is primarily the Panhandle of Nebraska. However, recently, we acquired the Dawson County Scanner in central Nebraska and renamed the property to Central Nebraska Scanner. For those interested in news in central Nebraska or have relatives there, please follow Central Nebraska Scanner. We will divide the news appropriately between the Panhandle and central Nebraska. Incidentally, we also have Greater Nebraska Scanner for the rest of the state from Grand Island East. So 3 scanner pages across Nebraska for you to get your news. Panhandle Scanner, Central Nebraska Scanner, and Greater Nebraska Scanner. And now for some of that scanner news. Yesterday on I-80, we heard of a vehicle that was whipping a U-turn. Originally headed westbound, mile marker 38, but they whipped it around to eastbound and someone called them in, thinking it was suspicious. About 10 minutes later, troopers had that vehicle on the off-ramp at mile marker 48. DUI testing ensued, and moments later, we had one male 1015 headed to the Sydney jail. Thank you to those who call in these reports. Also on I-80 yesterday, a trooper said a ramp exploded on the interstate, leaving it in pieces in the median. Left lane was temporarily closed at mile marker 50 on I-80 westbound yesterday. Always keep an eye out for debris and other road hazards. In the early morning hours, Airlink traffic indicated that a 20-year-old female who had overdosed on pills was being transferred from Gordon to Regional West. Our prayers for that situation. That's going to do it for today's Panhandle Scanner News. Thanks again for listening, and may God bless. I'm Brian Hale.